Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen folks, there's a link tree down below. Has links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there, follow me across all my social media platforms and talk to me because I talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Now with that said and done and put to the side, I'm going to talk to you folks today about Zach Wilson. He has been diagnosed with a bone bruise and a meniscus tear, okay? Whew, updates about that knee, man. We were all waiting on this MRI today to figure out what was the severity of the injury, okay? We heard that there was an ACL tear. There was different people online, doctors online saying he had tore his ACL, season was over. You know, there were some people that are close to the Jets that were reporting that they believed, you know, within the facility that they were saying, hey, that he tore his ACL and all that other stuff. And now the actual diagnosis comes out. So Zach had an MRI today. And again, he's been diagnosed with a bone bruise and a meniscus tear. Now, keep in mind, there's no ligament damage to the knee, which is, thank you. Thank you. There's no ligament damage to the knee. And Zach Wilson will undergo arthroscopic surgery. Now, keep in mind, when they go in for the arthroscopic surgery, they're going to figure out the severity of the meniscus tear and the effects of the bone bruise, the bone bruise. So they're going to figure all that out. Now, as of right now, he's sitting at 2 to 4 weeks. He's going to be out 2 to 4 weeks as of right now. Okay. But if they go in there and see that, you know, again, knock on wood, hear that wood, I'm knocking on it, knock on wood that this happens, but they go in there and they see, hey, you know, it's a little bit worse than we thought. It's the bone bruise and meniscus tear, but you know, it's a little bit more dirty, okay? He may sit out a little bit more. That's being reported. The window for, you know, his recovery may be extended, you know, maybe a couple more weeks. I'm okay with that, okay? If that were to happen, knock on wood, I hope it doesn't. There's no firm date for the surgery right now. Okay, so they'll figure things out, but as of right now, it's just being reported, hey, he's going to be out 2 to 4 weeks. He's going to have that arthroscopic surgery. They're going to clean things up. Whew. Man, listen, this is not, you know, I don't want to see my QB hurt at all, but this is much better news than we all thought it was going to be. Again, it was being reported that he had torn his ACL. He was done for the season. You know, that the injury was way more significant than what he had. And again, with this injury being on the same knee that he had the PCL injury, you know, last season, we were all sweating bullets, you know, especially watching him cut when he ran out to the right and then tried to cut back in and his knee buckled and he goes down and then we see him limping and he gets up and he's limping tremendously. They take him off the field and take him to the back, and then we're getting reports that he's limping after the game from the locker room. Everybody thought the worst. But now we're sitting here 2 to 4 weeks right now is the initial, you know, diagnosis for him to, you know, be able to bounce back from this situation. And, you know, it may be just a slight bit longer if they go in there and see it's a little bit more dirty than what they previously thought. So I'm okay with that. My thing is this, and I want to be very clear about this. I do not want to see the New York Jets rush Zach Wilson back. Don't do that. Let this dude sit back and heal up and come back fully ready, fully healthy, okay? And when I say fully ready, I'm talking about let him get some practice or some practices under his belt so he can shake that rust off and come back. As of right now, we sit in the preseason. Well, we got 2 more games, right? And he'll probably miss, maybe if he sits out the first, you know, full 4 weeks, he's going to sit these next 2 preseason games. That's 2. Sit out 2, you know, to start the season. And then, you know, we'll see where he's at then. I don't have any issue in the world at all with sitting him until week 3 or week 4. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. Let him heal all the way up and get some practices in so he can shake off that rust, right? And then put him on the field. I don't want to see him on the field until he's ready, okay? I don't want to see that. There's already people questioning if he can stay healthy, questioning, you know, is he the guy going forward? Listen, I got faith in Zach Wilson. I understand the questions. I'm not here to bash fans or bash anybody. I'm just saying I want to see this kid fully ready and healthy before he goes out there because this guy's supposed to be our franchise guy. He is, okay? He's supposed to be. That's what we brought him in here to be. We've seen the talent. Let him go out there and do his thing when he is fully ready. So week 3, week 4 is pretty much at this point when I expect him to come back. So then you start to turn and you say, okay, what are the New York Jets going to do, in his absence while he's healing up and doing his thing? And I think that, again, this is where we turn directly to our backup quarterbacks, which is, Joe Douglas did a solid job bringing guys in, having guys on the roster that can step up in these type of situations. And I think, again, you look at Mike White, right? Mike White is a guy that, man, he really lit a fire and ignited this Jets offense when Zach Wilson went down last year. He came in, had a really solid game against the Bengals. I mean, the offense really got clicking under him, and he really was able to get rolling. Of course, he got injured against the Colts. That Bills game, they had the number one defense, or a top defense, in the league. They were really tough. He struggled there. Eventually, he gets sat down, and Joe Flacco got his turn. Now, even though everyone knows that, again, I'm big, I want to see Mike White get his chance with Zach Wilson going down this time. But I'm not against them turning to Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is a veteran in this league. Joe Flacco is a qualified veteran in this league that has had a great career. And we turned to him last season, and he was able to do some things. We saw him go out there, against squads when Zach was dealing with his situation towards the end of that PCL injury. And Joe Flacco was able to go out there and dial things up too. We've seen big success there. So I have no issues with them turning to Flacco if they don't turn to Mike White. But, I think we'll be okay. I really, really do. Again, I think week 3, week 4 is probably when he comes back. So I think these guys will be able to hold the fort. Now, another thing that a lot of people are not talking about, one of the reasons I am confident as well that we can be able to survive this without Zach Wilson, not only our backup quarterbacks, those guys are professionals, veteran guys that have been in this league for a while, it's our offensive coordinator, okay? Listen, Mike LaFleur showed last season when he went up into that booth that he could really call a game. He could absolutely call a game and put things together and make adjustments to continue to be effective. As a matter of fact, when Mike White started against the Bengals, to that point, that is the best that our offense had looked the entire season. It's the best. And so at that point, we started to say, whoa, Mike LaFleur, he's really got something. And we saw the play calling continue to advance throughout the rest of the season. Well, now he's coming in a situation where, again, we got preseason games coming up, but Wilson is going to be gone. Well, now LaFleur is going to have to continue to do what he always does, and he's going to have to continue to adjust. Continue to adjust to what we got. We got some veteran guys, call the games that they can go out there and just completely execute and handle business, and I think he will. We also have, again, team talent that has been raised this upcoming season. Our offensive line, our running game, I think is going to be a lot better, which I think is going to, again, help our quarterbacks really do what they need to do out there, because now it's going to be really hard to game plan against the New York Jets when they're running the football effectively, like I think that we will this upcoming season. Again, a lot of our chips have been put in that basket. If you look at what we did up front, bringing in Lakeland Tomlinson, again, Dwayne Brown's going to be at that left tackle position now because Becton's out. We went and got these, 2 tight ends that can help run back. Actually 3 with Jeremy Rucker that can come in, run block, and also be weapons out there as well when you go into play action. So there's so many different things that we've done out here. Corey Davis coming back, Garrett Wilson being added. This offense is different. The talent has been raised, and I'm telling you, Mike LaFleur has a lot of weapons to play with. So I expect Mike LaFleur to really do his thing this season as well, put solid game plans together, be able to adjust and attack what defense is going to come at us with. So, man, let me tell you, it sucks to have Zach sit down for, the first, couple games of the season, but I'll take that over an ACL tear, okay? I'll take that all day. I'll let it sit up, let him sit down, let him sit up, let him get healthy, and then let's put him on the field. But the Jets, we got to keep rolling. Again, going into this season, they got to keep things pushing because it is what it is, man. Nobody's going to look at us and be like, hey, you lost your starting quarterback for these first 2 games. We'll take the day off. No, they're going to come at us, full steam. So we got to be ready, and I think that we will. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How are you folks feeling about hearing that Zach Wilson at this point is going to be out 2 to 4 weeks? What are your thoughts, about the injury? How are you feeling about our backups? What are your thoughts about the team at this point? Comment down below. Let's go back and forth. You folks have a good one. Peace.